Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Alondra. Let's be honest, y'all. I don't know who in this economy has money to be getting their manicure done every single month. Like, nail salons are actually so expensive. So let me share today all of my tips and tricks, everything in detail that I do to get my nails to last with minimal to no chipping. The polish that I currently have on right now, I've had for 2 weeks. And when I tell you I have maybe like 2 chips on it, girl, that's how you know I got a solid routine. Period. Because you know what? I'm all about saving coin. Anything to save the money, okay, girl? So let's start with the most important part, which is your nail prep, okay? Before you even think about getting the nail polish out, you need to prep your nails. If your nails are not properly prepped, forget it, girl. The nail polish is gonna be on there for like 3 days and be all chipped and ugly and crusty. So let me show you how I prep my nails properly. That way I can get the most out of my nail polish. And as we go along in the video, I'm gonna show you the tools that I like to use on my nails. First of all, you don't want any like dead skin on your nail bed. So the very first thing we're gonna do is remove all that dead skin, all that nasty stuff that needs to get off of our nail. This is the Sally Hansen Instant Nail Cuticle Remover. It actually works so well, so I definitely recommend this if you wanted to make it a little bit easier on yourself. But you just put this on your cuticle, leave it on for like 30 seconds to a minute, and then afterwards go ahead and like start pushing your cuticles back, and you'll just see all the dead skin that's gonna come up. So this is my favorite tool to push my cuticles back. It's a metal cuticle pusher, and on one side it has a pointed edge so you can clean it underneath your nail if you need to, and the other side is just a regular cuticle pusher. But if you're a beginner, I would opt for something like this, which the tip is made out of silicone instead of metal. It's a lot more gentle on your nails because if you are to put too much pressure with the metal one, you can scrape or damage your nail bed. So this is just a beginner friendly option. Or you can also use this orange wood stick. But I'm just going to go ahead and start pushing my cuticles back. So I'm just making sure to apply gentle pressure. Like I said, you don't want to do too much with the metal one, you can damage your nails. But as you can see, all that white stuff that is coming up from my nail, it's literally all the dead skin. It's so nasty, but it comes up pretty easily because I did use the Sally Hansen cuticle remover. If you don't want to use the Sally Hansen one, or you just don't want to go buy it, you can also just soak your hands in like really warm water for a couple minutes, and that'll soften the skin up. But it's a lot easier with the Sally Hansen one. And also make sure you don't skip this step, because not only does removing the dead cuticles help the nail polish adhere a lot better to the nail plate, it also gives your manicure that polished, clean look that you want. And anyways, this is literally all the nasty caca that came off from my nail. Now I'm going in with this cuticle trimmer. This is optional, you don't need to if you don't have to. But I do have skin that's like hanging off, as you can see, so I'm only gonna go ahead and trim that. I'm not gonna trim like the whole entire cuticle, because cuticles are important. They serve as protection for your nails from like infection and stuff like that. So if you do use this, just be super careful because it's really sharp, and only trim what you need to trim. Don't be doing too much. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna shape our nails with a nail file. Shape it to whatever shape you like. For me, I'm trying to go for like an almond shape for my nails. I use a check glass nail file. Once you buy one of these, you won't want to go back to the cardboard emery nail files. Those are trash, okay? This nail file seals the layers of your nails as you're filing, and it makes the edges of your nails super buttery smooth. So it prevents from like cracking or splitting or anything. Anyways, I'm going in and trying to do like an almond shape. I'm not a professional, so I'm trying my best. But whenever you're filing, make sure you try to file both sides at the same time. So I'm doing a couple strokes on like the left side of the nail, and then I'll do a couple strokes on the other side. That way you can try to get it as symmetrical as possible. If you just file one side of your nail completely and then move on to the other side, it's more likely that you might over file. So just keep that in mind when filing, because once you file something off, it's gone, okay? And you don't want your nails looking wonky or uneven. So the last thing that you want to do right before you start painting your nails is to get some acetone or alcohol on a cotton pad and just wipe that on your nails to get any residue oil off your nails, because when there's oil or any dirt on your nails, it doesn't let the polish really adhere to your nail how you want it to. I use 100% acetone. This is definitely gonna dry your nails out, but it's okay because at the end you'll put some oil on your nails and your skin will be fine. Okay, so now you're ready for your first coat, which is the base coat. I'm using the Sally Hansen Maximum Growth Clear Polish. I recommend that you do not skip the base coat. Okay, I used to think that it was useless, but it's not. Okay, it serves a purpose. So always use a base coat because it protects your nails from staining. If you are always painting your nails without a base coat, the pigments from the nail polishes over time can stain your nails. I don't know if y'all have seen that YouTuber on here, but her name is Simply Nailogical. I used to watch her all the time, but her nails are stained yellow because she would always paint her nails without a base coat. So yeah, the base coat actually serves a purpose. But anyways, here is the first layer. And then for the actual nail color, I love using like a sheer nudish pink color. I don't know what it is, but it's just my favorite color to have my nails. I feel like it just looks so classy, and then your nails match with like all of your outfits. I either use this OPI nail polish in the color Put It In Neutral, or surprisingly I use this LA Color nail polish in the shade Nude Peach. Y'all, I think I got this shit from like Dollar Tree, and I wasn't really expecting much from it because it was like $1, I think, or $1 or $2. When I tell you, this is a nail polish that I had on my nails at the beginning of this video that I've had on for almost 2 weeks and it hasn't chipped. I don't know what it is about this nail polish, but I really like the formula on this. Okay, so I actually mixed these 2 polishes this time. So I went in with 1 layer of OPI and then 2 layers of the LA Colors nail polish. But the application is super important, so let me kind of walk y'all through the things that I do to make it a lot easier. First of all, whenever you take the brush out of the bottle, you want to make sure that you're scraping one side of the brush on the edge of the bottle as you're seeing here. That way it ensures that you have the perfect amount of nail polish on your brush. You don't want too much nail polish because then it becomes goopy and it takes forever to dry. You want to have thin, even layers. These clips are in slow motion, but you want to work a little bit faster than this in real life, obviously, because if not, the nail polish is going to start drying on you midway during painting and then you'll get streaky polish. So just make sure you're kind of going, a little bit quicker. But I start by depositing most of the nail polish at the base of the nail by the cuticle, and then I drag it down the middle first, and then I move on to the sides. That way I can get the most even application. Always make sure that you're waiting enough time in between layers, that way you will allow the polish to fully dry. So I say about maybe like 5 minutes in between coats. But as you can see here, I am capping the free edge of every single nail. This is super important. I cannot stress this enough. Like, do not skip this. You need to do this on every single nail, every coat of color that you're doing. That is what's gonna make your nail polish last super long. In between layers, I always go in with a little tiny brush dipped in acetone, and I use that to clean off any polish that I've gotten on the skin or the cuticles. And this just makes it so much easier because obviously it's hard to like paint your nails perfectly, especially with your non-dominant hand. Like, I'd be struggling sometimes. So always go back in with a little brush and acetone, and it's literally a lifesaver and just helps clean it up and make it look super professional. But once you fully allow your polish to dry, I'm going to go in with my top coat. I use either this Salon Perfect one or this one I've been trying out recently. But make sure you go in with a generous layer, not thick, but a generous layer, because this is your final coat. And just like with the last layers, do not forget to cap the free edge with the top coat as well. It's super important. Whenever you cap the edge of your nail with some polish on, it adds like an extra layer of protection against your nails from chipping, because obviously as you go on throughout the day using your nails to do stuff and whatever, what wears away first is that polish that's right at the edge of the nail. So that's what makes it last longer. But anyways, this is the final manicure. Looks super polished. It looks like you went to the salon, but guess what? You didn't. Muy hermoso y bonito. En barato. Period. But anyways, I forgot to put, I'm already tweaking, y'all. I forgot to put some nail oil on at the end. But make sure you put some nail oil on. So there you go. That is my whole routine of how I get a perfect manicure at home. Hopefully I learned something new and I was able to help y'all out. But anyways, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!